guys, welcome to AFC Mobility. So we have a mobility workout for you guys today. So working that flexibility, stretching out from the week. So if you're a little sore from our workouts from the past week, we'll get you all stretched out and work on that mobility as well, plus a little bit of core work. So we're gonna get started with 10 hip trunk rotations. It's a mouthful. So you're gonna lean forward, coming back, and then coming back the other way. So feet are wider than shoulder width, hands on your hips, and you're gonna lean forward and then back. So we'll do a total of 10, 3, 4, 5. So nice and slow, getting that stretch. 6, 7, so again from the back side, your back's nice and straight. 8, 9, 10, great work. Now we're gonna do some arm circles. So single arm, we're gonna go back. So just 1, we'll do a total of 5, 3, 4, so nice and slow, getting that stretch, so stretching that shoulder to single arm. And now we're going to switch directions. So turning in forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're going to switch sides. So other arm coming forward, 1, 2, 3, nice big stretch, 4, 5. Now coming back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next we have plank walkouts with a Hindu push-up. This one, there's a couple different options depending on your level. So the first one, the hardest, will be a plank walkout, so walking out to plank. So just staying in downward dog, coming through, swooping up to upward facing dog, and then coming back and walking back up. Second option is just coming out to down dog and then coming back to upward facing dog. So that version will be a bit easier, or you can do the Hindu push-up, swooping through up to upward facing dog. So pick an option that works for you. We're going to do 5. So let's start with 1. So walking out to down dog. 1. 2. So nice and controlled, getting that stretch in. 3. 'Pausing at that down dog, swooping up. 4. 5. Great work. Next we have Spidermans with a rotation. So you're gonna come back to that plank position. So one foot is gonna come forward. You're gonna twist towards that front leg, coming back, switching sides to Spider-Man. Foot up into that lunge, foot by your hand, and then reaching to that front leg, turning your chest, coming back. So we'll hold for here for a couple seconds, and then we'll switch sides. So we'll do 10 total. Holding for a couple seconds, getting that stretch in. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. towards that front leg, opening up your chest. 7, 8, 9, 10. Great work. Our next one, we have banded good mornings. So if you have a band, you can grab that. If not, we'll make it work without the band. So if you have a band, you're going to stand on your band, bringing it, pulling it over your head, so it's on the back of your shoulders. You're gonna bend forward. The band is creating tension as you stand up, and then you're gonna go back down. So hinging at the hips, feet are shoulder width apart. So pushing that tailbone back. Back is nice and straight, core is engaged. If you don't have a band, you can just do body weight, so arms across your chest or behind your head. So feeling it in those hamstrings, and then standing back up. So we're gonna do 10. So nice and controlled. 1. So really slow on the way down. Make sure you're breathing. Deep breaths in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just keeping that core engaged, looking straight ahead in front of you. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Next we have Kossak Squats. So you're gonna stand in a wider stance. You're gonna lean to one side, heel coming up. So heel is dug into the ground, toe is coming up, and then switching back. So sending those hips back, keeping your core engaged, leaning to the one side, pushing that heel and foot into the ground, lifting the other side up, and then switching. So you can hold on to something if balance is an issue, and then it will all depend on your mobility, how far you go, but work what's good for you. Get that stretch. Some will go lower, some won't be able to go as far. That's okay, just getting that stretch in and working for you. So we're gonna lean to one side, sending those hips back, toe up, and switching sides. 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, so really opening up those hips, keeping that chest up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Great work. Next we have reverse Nordic curls. So we're gonna be on our knees. If you wanna grab a mat for this one, do so. Really supportive to the knees or a pillow or something to add extra cushion, depending what your floors are like. So keeping that core engaged, you're going to lean back and then coming back up. So really working that core, keeping that core nice and tight, squeezing your glutes, arms across your chest or straight out in front of you. So leaning back as far as you can and then coming back up. So we're gonna do 10 of those. Let's get started. So core nice and tight, squeezing your glutes. 1, so nice and slow. 2, so leaning back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, looking straight ahead in front of you, keeping that core nice and tight, squeezing your glutes. 8, 9, 10. Great work. Next we have pigeon lean-ins. So we're going to be in our pigeon pose. So one foot in front, other foot back. We're going to lean forward and then pressing back up. So we're going to press down to our forearms and then back. So we're going to do nice and slow. We're going to do 5 each side. So 1, 2, so chest up, nice and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's 6. We'll do 6 each side. Counted too many. So now we're going to switch legs. So other leg comes forward, and we're going to go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, so keeping that chest up, down to your forearms, pressing back up. 5, 6, 7, 8, and again, I overcounted, so used to counting until 10. So do anywhere from 5 to 10 each side. Next we have plank shoulder taps. So we're going to be in our plank position. We're going to do 10 each side. So in this plank position, again, the wider your feet, the easier it will be. You want to keep your core engaged, squeezing your glutes. As I tap my shoulder, so opposite hand to shoulder, I want to make sure I'm not leaning to the side, so keeping that core nice and tight. So 1, 2, so again, the wider your feet, the easier it will be versus the closer together, the more challenging. 3, 4, so a total of 20, 5, 10 each side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome job. Next we have Supermans. So we're going to be down on our stomachs. So down on the ground, you're going to reach up. So reaching up like Superman and then back down. So squeezing those glutes as you come up, nice and tight, and then back down. So we'll get started. 10 total. Let's go. 1. Holding for a couple seconds and then releasing back down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Awesome job. Next, we have a hand release push-up. So this one you can do from your toes or your knees. It is not as challenging as a regular push-up, but we want a good push-up on the way down. So that nice push-up coming down, we're gonna release at the bottom, hands come up, and then back to our push-up, back down, and then back up. You can also do that from your knees, so coming down to that push-up, back, and up. So we're gonna do 10 of those, and we'll get started. So keeping that core nice and tight, nice push-up, releasing, 1, 2, 3. So again, feel free to come from your knees as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Next, we have a chest stretch. So what we're gonna do for this one, again, you're gonna be starting down on the ground. You're gonna reach over to one side. So other arm is going to be directly flat. You're gonna reach over. So arm and leg come over, and then switching sides. So reaching, working that, stretching that chest, and then switching sides. So we're gonna do 5 each leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that other arm is flat on the ground. 9, last one, 10. Awesome job. Standing back up for our last exercise, we have banded pull-aparts. So if you have a band, we'll put that to use again. You're gonna hold the band directly out in front of you, pulling across and then back. So keeping tension in that band. A slight bend in your elbows, you don't wanna lock your elbows out, but straight arms. So pulling apart, squeezing your shoulder blades together depending on the resistance of your band, and then back together. So we're gonna do 10. 1. If you don't have a band, you can just do nice and slow, or if you have something light, you can hold it in your hands, just adding a bit of weight and resistance. So keeping that core engaged. 3, nice and slow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome work, guys. That was our mobility class for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you got a good stretch in, and we'll see you next time. Feel free to do it again if you want a little bit more, or if there was one exercise you liked, you wanted to do a bit extra of, get that stretch in, feel free. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Bye, guys.